is Wednesday, time for some yoga. Just a little housekeeping of announcements. The YMCA is shifting into a different way to go virtual to show either live streaming or on demand videos. And so you'll notice that we're doing things just a little bit different. I will still be teaching yoga from home from 8 to 9, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'll live stream those until we move into our new way of doing that, which won't be on Facebook Live anymore. But all those steps will be kind of leading up to and being explaining to people as we go. So I just wanted to give you a heads up. For my variety classes, tomorrow will be the last variety class that I live stream, but the content will still be out there. So if you wanted to do that particular class on demand at any time, you sure can scroll through. And I think they'll even be taking some of those classes and uploading them to the new platform. Otherwise, you're more than welcome to join me in person Monday, Wednesday, Fridays for the variety class, which will always happen. It just won't be live streamed anymore. Again, you can see the content that's already out there, that's been out there since I think I started back work in June. It'll be out there for you to scroll through and find a class from a previous date to do. So just some new things happening. Also, no Friday, there'll be no variety class because I have an appointment and I haven't been able to find a sub. So at 9:30 to 10:15 Friday, variety class, strength and core won't be this week. So let's get started in the standing position. And I'm still struggling with some ache and pain in this hip, and so I'm gonna take it easy, but please remind yourself while you are doing this class, make it your own. So if you want to take it up a level, increase intensity in your yoga poses by deepening the breath, by closing the eyes, by extending, lengthening further, go right ahead. I'm just gonna back up a little bit today in an effort to save myself from some pain by the end of the day. So standing up nice and tall, we're going to start that deep breathing. I'm going to take both hands and place them onto my belly. Then we're going to begin that deep breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. And I've really expanded the toes, making them nice and wide, and I'm pushing down into all four corners of each foot. Inhale and expand the belly, nice and deep. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue that breath with eyes closed if you'd like. And just remind yourself to really expel and deplete all that air on the exhale so that the lungs are completely empty. So this might take some time for you to push through. And then draw the hands to heart center to set that intention. So for me today, my intention is all about gentleness. Listening to my body, being kind with the joint that is hurting me today. So backing off where I feel discomfort. And allowing yourself to come nice into a wide open leg stance, about shoulder width apart. And we're going to create a nice circle with the pelvis, imagining that hula hoop that's around the waist from when you were a child. And just allow yourself to turn. It might be small at first as you begin to warm up the body. Get that lower lumbar activated. Get those hips acclimated with moving and standing, bending and circling. And then when you feel like it's loosening up, take that deeper, pushing and pulling. Now notice that the knees stay straight, so I'm not bending the knees in this rotation. We're trying to maintain that rotation in the hips, the pelvis, and the waist, chest, and then ultimately the shoulders. And then reverse. And then drawing yourself nice and tall, still keeping those legs in that position, toes are forward. We're going to inhale and take the hands up. And then exhale, we're going to bring them to heart center, and we're going to just come into a small squat. So it's not super deep. Engaging the quadriceps just enough to where you can feel them strengthening. And then push all the way up. Open wide, almost into that 5-pointed star. And then draw in. And gently come into a nice high squat. Continue this. And then once more, nice and tall, and flatten out the arms parallel to the floor. And we're going to alternate wiping up with the right and then switching to the left. Just a little curve in the spine here as we're really working more with the shoulders. Keeping the palms facing downward, allowing the shoulders to do the work of lifting and lowering. And then releasing the arms all the way down. Roll the shoulders back. Lifting high and circling back. Then roll them forward, scooping up through the back. And then releasing and walking the legs inward. From here, we're going to walk the legs out. So I want you to bend the knee, bringing the heel off the ground from that bended knee onto the toe, and then retract it back, alternating between the two. So gently lifting high on the toe. This is allowing the calf muscles to begin to engage, contract, release, work through the Achilles. And then planting the feet down, take that right leg and just come high up to the tiptoe and begin to draw a circle using the knee and the ankle as your guide. And my circle is going outward to start. Still staying on the tiptoe. And then draw the circle inward. Noticing the different feel, not only in the ankle and the knee, but also in the whole entire leg as the hip begins to rotate. And lower down, switching sides on the tiptoe, create your circle. Keep that toe engaged and the heel off the floor. And reverse. Release. Inhale, open the hands wide once more. And then gently cup the fingers as we're going to turn and rotate through the rotator cuff, rotating the wrists back and drawing them forward. So the palms come all the way up to the ceiling and turn, and then they go all the way down and turn right back up towards the ceiling. So that upper back is feeling that lift and lower. Shoulder muscles, triceps, and biceps are engaged. As you take the bones in those arms, the ulna and the radius, and you rotate those two up and down, around, almost making that complete circle. And then lower right down. So you should start to feel warm right now. We're going to take ourselves into a seated position. So if you have a bolster, go ahead and grab that, or maybe you have a nice sturdy pillow. And find yourself coming down on top of that. And getting those sit bones nice and sturdy. Sitting in lotus or easy pose. And really make your back nice and straight. We're looking for a tall, tall spine. Crown of the head is reaching upward. And we're going to turn our head to the left, stretch through the neck, the side muscles, the scalene. You can even feel it all the way down to the collarbone. And then draw center. Inhale. Exhale, turn it to the other side. Once again, lengthening through the side of the neck. Don't collapse the spine. Keep it tall. Draw it forward, chin to chest. Reach the crown of the head forward, away from the trunk of the body. I push my shoulders down as I lengthen and open the neck. Keeping the back straight. And then returning to neutral spine, we're going to do a seated cat and cow. We're going to make it nice and small. So inhale. Exhale, round forward into cat. Collapsing the chest inward. And then inhale, draw back. Lift the chest. Head and shoulders come up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Drawing yourself right back to neutral spine. We're going to do a seated spinal twist. So I'm going to take my right hand and bring it to the outside of my left knee. And I'm going to take my free hand and just fold it back into my lower lumbar. I'm going to lift my chest high with an inhale. And on the exhale, using that torque on my hand to my knee, I'm going to rotate towards the back of my body. Feeling that lower lumbar and the middle part of your back really twisting. Gently release. Switching sides. Now the left hand comes to the outer right knee. And the right hand folds back into that lower lumbar. Inhale. Exhale. And release. Good job. So hopefully you're feeling a little looser, a little warmer. Body is allowing yourself now to move a little more freely. We're going to take ourselves down to our sit bones, removing ourselves from our bolster, and bringing ourselves into cobbler's pose. And allowing the soles of the feet to touch at that bottom edge. The top part of your feet are open wide, allowing the hips to move even deeper in this pose. And pushing downward with the hips and the knees. Nice tall spine. We're going to begin to lean forward, flattening out that back. So keep the head lifted. I always think of lifting the chin just enough to keep myself in good alignment as I begin to reach forward with my chest. And I'm going to stretch the arms to the tops of the fingertips, engaging the upper back. And then drawing all the way back. Just going to do some butterflies right here. And release. From here, we're going to turn and lie down, nice and long. Stretching the back, lift the hands over the head, and then push them all the way up, way beyond the head as you can go. Stretching through the shoulders, pointing the toes, stretching the front of the legs, the shins, the quads. Drawing the arms out wide. With the right leg, bring that knee in, flex the foot. We're going to create a circle. So as we dive the foot forward, or actually I should say dive the foot away from the body, lift it up and draw the knee in once more, creating that circle. The hip is moving in that circular motion, forward and back, while the foot never touches the ground. Lower that leg down, bend the knee of the opposite leg, and once again, push it away and draw up, creating that circle. Quadricep is doing a lot of work here. And then lowering the leg down, bring the knees up and take them to the left as you turn to the right, feeling that twist in the hips. Push the hips in the direction of your stretch. Then draw to the other side. And then pulling the knees into the chest, I'm going to grab underneath the legs and bicycle out the hips wide. Keeping that stomach contracted. And then rocking forward to a seated position. From here, we're going to take ourselves into tabletop. And we're going to twist from side to side, so the head will go to the right while the tailbone goes to the left. Flatten out the back. Inhale, wide yoga hands. Exhale. Twist towards the back. Draw yourself center. Other side. Bringing yourself center, walk the hands forward. One nice big giant step as we prepare for child's pose to large cobra. Inhale, down and back. Exhale, push the hips into the ground. Lengthen the chest upward. Arms stay nice and straight, in line with the body. And then return to tabletop. As we come into downward facing dog, curl the toes under, lift the hips nice and high, flatten out the back as you settle into your down dog, and walk your dog. Twisted dog, left hand to the outside of the right leg. And downward facing dog. Right hand to the outside of the left leg. Draw yourself right back to downward facing dog. And from here, we're going to take it to bear.
High on the tiptoes and bear pose. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Forward fold, walk back. Place the palms side up and step on the hands. Lower the head and feel the stretch in the wrists as well as in the back of the hamstrings, glutes, and lower lumbar. Release the hands and taking your time to roll up. Push that belly in nice and tight to lift the chest, shoulders, and head. Walk it out, roll out legs. We're going to prepare for sun salutation. So coming to the very top of your mat, hands to heart center. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Halfway. Forward fold. Right leg back, create that lunge. Plank. Chaturanga, maybe you come down to the knees today. And then baby cobra. Downward facing dog. From here, we're going to take that right leg and bring it forward. Find that lunge once more. And then lift up into warrior one. Remember in this warrior pose, that front knee is bent deeply and turned out wide. Hips are squared to the front of the body as you lift the arms. You can also do warrior one with hands to heart center. So picking what posture works for you. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Side angle. Warrior two. Warrior one. Warrior three. Bring the hands into the heart center. Take your time in lifting that back leg. Get your balance. And then return right to that standing pose of mountain. Squeeze the glutes inward and upward, activating that pelvis. Hands to heart center. Inhale, take it out. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Halfway. Forward fold. And now we're going to release the left leg. Plank. Chaturanga. Baby cobra. Downward facing dog. Now bring the left leg forward. Find that lunge once more. And prepare to stand in warrior one. Push that arch down and lift up through the core. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Side angle. Warrior two. Warrior one. Prepare for warrior three. Heart center. Get that balance. Mountain pose. Hands to heart center. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, chair pose. Forward fold. Lift that right leg into standing split. Lower the leg down and come into standing pyramid. Right back to forward fold. Chair pose. And push all the way up, mount. Hands to heart center. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, chair pose. Forward fold. Point the left foot and lift it up into standing split. And lower down into standing pyramid. Forward fold. Chair pose. Push all the way up and return to mount. Walk the legs out. We create a lot of strength and endurance doing those poses nice and slow and holding each one for several breaths. So turn your face forward. We're going to work on some balance. We're going to start by shifting everything into the right leg, supporting that body weight. Heel of the left leg comes off the ground. And as that foundation from the waist pushes downward, you're going to lengthen the spine nice and tall. Draw the hands to heart center and prepare for tree pose. If you'd like to open the arms in branches or tall pine, go right ahead. You can also lift the leg higher into the thigh bone on the inside of your adductor. And when you're ready, release it down, walk it out, reroute if you'd like. Hands to heart center as we prepare for tree pose on the other side. Once again, picking the arm posture and the leg posture that you would like to take this morning in your practice. And release, walk it out. Open the legs nice and wide, and we're going to use our block today. If you'd like to use that block for our spinal twists when we rotate in thoracic, place it into the center of the body as you open the legs. And we're going to start with that rainbow side to side. So turning the knee out wide, and then draw back opposite side. Then drawing the knees up, inhale, take the hands over the head. And on the exhale, swan dive, forward fold, right to the ground. Place the right hand on the block, and spinal twist opening through the left side. Release that arm all the way down and switch sides. Release that hand all the way down, and we're going to come nice and wide, bringing the crown of the head to the top of our block, lowering down. Rising up slowly, bring the knees in, and then turn them up wide into a nice low squat. From here, we're going to reach for our block with our left hand, and we're going to turn towards the right. Find ourselves coming into a nice high lunge, using your hand to be supported by the block. When you're ready, lift up. Hands to heart center. Spinal twist. From here, we're going to come right into triangle, so lower down that right hand. Flatten out that back foot and open up the chest as you straighten the front knee. Lower down the left hand. Allow that right hand to stay onto the block. I'm going to lift it a little higher. We're going to come into half moon. Forward fold. Place the block in between both hands and reverse up.
Lower the arms, turn the opposite direction, allow yourself to place the block onto the ground. We're going to come into that low lunge to start. Left hand is on the block. When you're ready, raise up. Heart center. Spinal twist. Triangle. Lower the right hand down and prepare for half moon. Forward fold. Place the block into both hands and draw upward. Release down. Good job. Roll out the shoulders. We're going to work through some motion and balance. So using our block, we're going to place it into the right hand. We're going to lift that both arms up over the head. Holding that block nice and tall. We're going to lift and lower through the right leg. Slow and controlled. And now we'll switch to the left side, lifting up the left leg. And lower down that block. Reaching for your strap. We'll prepare for another balance pose. We're going to work through the right side to start with in one-legged stance. So place that strap or sturdy scarf underneath the right arch. Strap or scarf is in both hands, creating balance through the left side. Inhale, lift the knee. Exhale, extend the leg. Lowering down when you're ready, and then taking that same leg back into dancer. And then releasing that leg down. Switching sides. Left side. Create your foundation.
Lower down, dancer's pose. And release. A lot of balance today. Walk it out. And let's work through some shoulder, opening that strap up nice and wide in the standing position. Through the arms. Inhale, take the strap up. On the exhale, begin to draw it back behind the head. Lengthen through the arms. Rotating back down towards the glutes. Keeping the elbows straight. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower back. Draw it all the way over the head and bring it down towards the thighs, holding a little bit closer. Inhale, up, parallel to the floor. Exhale, spinal twist. Take it up, C-spine curve, draw it over. And once again, parallel to the ground. From here, we're going to push and pull. Lengthen that strap by pulling on the ends really tight. Draw it into the chest, contract that back, and then push it away through the biceps. Inhale. Exhale. Feeling the tension in the arms. Lower down. Open the legs up, and we're just going to sway that strap side to side. Lifting from one shoulder to the next. Until we're able to take it into a turning circle. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, lower down. Rotating the shoulder forward. And then once more, side to side. We're going to reverse this shoulder rotation. So we went right, now we'll go left. Inhale. Exhale, rotate that left arm forward. One more. And release. Walk the feet in. And now we'll take it down into the floor part of our practice this morning. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Halfway. Forward fold. Tabletop. From here, draw your right leg forward, placing the right hand on the block. The left hand right alongside. We're going to curl the toe under and lift the knee in our lunge, and then open up into a front forward twist. Rotating the spine into the chest. Lower down. Lower the knee, uncurl the toe, and sit back into half split. Let that front toe lift up as you push the heel down into the mat. Feeling that hamstring stretch. Slowly coming up and drawing the arms up over the head. Push the hips forward and arch the back.
Draw back to your lunge. And tabletop. Cat and cat. Left leg forward, left hand on that block. Curl the back toe under, lift that knee. And when you're ready, rotate that body, open up through the chest. If your shoulder arm hurts, you can keep the hand long. Pick what works. Release. Knee comes down. Uncurl the toe and sit back. Half split. Back to that lunge. Lift the arms. Push the hips forward. Arch the back. Remember to pull up and away, not collapsing inward. And drop back to that lunge. And from that lunge to tabletop. Open the legs nice and wide, toes together. Child's pose, release the arms back. Draw back up into tabletop and find yourself coming into a seated position. From this seated position, we're going to lie down nice and long on our mat. We're going to draw our right leg into our chest, grabbing right underneath that knee and pull inward. Feel that hip expand forward, then lift the heel up, and then take the left hand and reach for the foot, then the right. Then releasing the left hand, draw that knee out wide, using the right hand to push it down towards the floor. Then lengthen that leg, pulling the leg upward and out. Place that leg over the bent knee and lift it forward. Release, lengthen both legs again. And now we're going to work through the left side. Lift the knee up, reach behind, bring it forward. Lengthen the leg up, and then take that right hand, reach for the toe, and then the left.
Release the right and draw that left knee out wide, pushing it down towards the floor. And then lengthen the leg. Draw that leg onto the bent knee. Lift it forward. Draw both knees into the chest and gently rock it side to side. Create a circle with that lower lumbar. Reverse. Placing the legs down onto the ground. Begin to extend into corpse pose. Relax the body and release the muscles. Let the breath return to its natural unconscious state. Soften the jaw, the tongue, the roof of your mouth. Soften the chest, the hips, and the legs. Search for your peace in Savasana, filling your mind and heart with your intention, what brings you peace and joy and love. Begin to bring awareness to your body, moving your hands, fingers, toes, and feet. Prepare to come up to the seated position. And drawing yourself into hero pose. I like to support my hero to give my hips a break. Hands to heart center. May the love and the light in me honor and respect the love and the light in me. Namaste.